Back then didn't need the buzz. Russian Alex had Reebok bombs, Big Gaz had Nike Dubs. Everybody wanted nice sneakers. I saved up for a pair of Jordans and spent all day dubbing tapes for Walkmans. Who remembers Ice-T was king? Flat tops were in, swatches were bling. I couldn't comprehend my sister's intrepidity. Mohawk, cherry dogs, dead Kennedys. Peg's memories are bona fide, but perceptions change over time. Yeah, I still love cars and motorbikes. Give me coconut sauce and a bowl of rice. Keep my soul alive, control the mics. Bruce Lee versus Poltergeist.
Back then it wasn't easy. Back then things worked out. Back then I wish you were now. Back then it wasn't easy. Back then things worked out. Back then I wish you were now.
Ducking transit, cops and Gumbies. Menzies ab was a real Jumanji. Windsor Flats and killed the junkies. Steal your money like which bank? Girls didn't seem so superficial. Levi jeans and a blue light disco. Let's go back when baseball caps meant racking cans. Police harassment, Star Wars, street assassin. Collector's corner, feed the passion. Bootlegs from Central Station. KRS-One's revelation. Knowledge and self-preservation. Fuck racism and President Reagan. Remember days when I first tried rapping, cabs were black like.
Back then it wasn't easy. Back then things worked out. Back then I wish you were now. Back then it wasn't easy. Back then things worked out. Back then I wish you were now.
Everyone had humble intentions. DJ Dukes had a couple of lessons. Belt drives, double cassette decks, handy mics with the budget connections. Back then I scrubbed floors and packed shelves and left school to get away and hang out. Phone boxes, pinball parlors, showing off like an ignoramus. Whole crew had a crush on Tiffany and got played like a Mozart symphony. Bronx Infamy, Compton attitude, flannelette shirts and Adidas parachutes. Bomber jackets, turtle Ray-Bans, New Balance, purple stained hands. Little Ben got burnt by spray cans and I still hear reverberations. Back then didn't need the buzz. Back then hadn't seen enough. Back then I was dreaming of beat girls in the classroom steaming hot. Homeboys at the station being hot. Beatbox on the train, MC in the park. Getting chased by cops, peace in the yards. Back then I learned the meaning of art.
Back then it wasn't